Okay. Amelia wants to send a letter with a discount voucher to reward customers who have made more than one booking for 2 courses, or more than one booking for 3 courses. ठीक है? Used template hungry.rtf file to mail merge a letter to customers who qualify. ठीक है? So obviously, first of all, what we'll do is, here we have the sporting file, and I have hungry. This is the one, right? I'll just close this one because we don't need this. I thought I have to discuss, but we'll discuss. And we have to import bookings and customers. Fine? We just have to import bookings and customers. Let me read the question again. Okay. So what they're saying is, letter to the customers who have made 3 bookings for 3 courses option must, where indicate, display the text this. Letter to customers who have made 3 bookings for 2 courses option, where indicated, display this. All the other customers will have this. Now, actually, I have imported the files, so I'll not waste time. I'll just open it. Is it fine? I think so. I did. No, just 1 second. 9. Yeah, I'll just delete this. जी बेटा. Yes, access में, obviously, because you have 2 files, na? So whenever you have to import 2 files, and 2 files are related, it has to be run access. Okay? अब मसला इसमें क्या है? The question over here says, please try to understand the question. You have to concentrate. Why? It's of 25 marks. Examiner won't give you a very simple question of mail merge 25 marks. There is some problem in this. वो ये कह रहा है बार बार कि you need to send letters to those customers who have made more than 1 booking for 2 courses. So you see the number of courses and you see the customer ID. If I arrange them properly, you will see, for example, if I have the following customer, he has made the following number of courses उसने opt किए हुए हैं. देख रहे हो? 4. ये 2 1 1 3. Can you see?
बुकिंग्स कितनी की हैं वो नहीं समझ रहा.
मैं
इसने टोटल 4 किया ना.
ये है ना, ये बुकिंग की है ना, ये DC1 ने कितनी बुकिंग्स की हैं. If you're able to count the customer ID, you will know how many bookings are done. So first of all, you need to find those customers who have done more than 1 booking. आपने
नंबर ऑफ कोर्सेज है, वो कोर्सेज का नाम है या उनकी क्वांटिटी है?
उनकी क्वांटिटी है. अभी करेंगे किस तरह? ये होगा क्रॉस टैब से, क्योंकि देर समरी वगैरह मैंने इसको भी काउंट करना है, एंड आई नीड टू काउंट दिस एज वेल. यू गेट द पॉइंट? ये बात समझ आ रही है? आप एक और क्वेश्चन प्लीज समझ लो. आई कैन पॉज इट फॉर अ व्हाइल. I'll just go to query wizard, cross tab. I'll tell you why cross tab. Okay. First of all, what I need to add over here is booking, and I need to add is the customer ID in the row, and I need is the number of courses column में आ जाए, and I want to count them जो भी है. ठीक है? If I do so, this is the output that I get. My customer ID is listed. It tells me how many times it's appearing. और जो 2 courses हैं वो कितनी बार आ रहे हैं, 3 courses कितनी बार आ रहे हैं. Yes or no?
Customer ID यूनिक हो गई है.
जी. अच्छा. Now what if I do this? If अब इसमें बात सुनना. If I come to the design view, if I say number of courses greater than 1, तो obviously I get all the number of courses which are greater than 1. ये तो हो गया. You get this point? Okay. Then what I have to do is, if you read the question again here, you will see in this question paper, I need is the surname, I need is the forename, okay, and right? I'm not repeating. मैं record कर रहा हूँ. Why are you late? Okay. Okay. Then what I have to do is, show table में आया. I'll add the customers. Because I need to add is the customer forename, surname, street, city. Yes or no? अब if I run this ना तो obviously appear नहीं होते. क्यों नहीं होते? क्योंकि ये क्रॉस टैब के बैकएंड पे गया हूँ ना. Any problem till now? Is it okay? Should I repeat? So fine. Zafar? I'll go back. Number of courses को I will say greater than 1. You get the point? I get it. I'm sorry. Now what I need to do is I need to add other fields. So I'll come in the customers. If you come to my website या sasime.com बेटा उसमें access की activities हैं जो मैंने कहा हुआ आपको extreme left वाली normalization वाली दरमियान वाली जो है ना वो सारी करनी है उसमें इन्हीं चीज़ों की practice है इन्हीं चीज़ों sasime.com में so if you do all these activities you will know all this right so I need to add the customer forename surname and this now like I said this was the back end of the cross tab so I have to have the row headings यहाँ भी enable करनी पड़ेंगी you need to practice this please so row heading when a row heading visible नहीं थे ना that's it हो गया ये आ गया सब कुछ I have this I will now simply do is external Excel में इसको export करूँगा or and you will not find any other way to do this believe me no this was mind boggling अगर ये उसने किया हुआ है उज़ैफा this was काफ़ी स्टूडेंट्स को नहीं समझ आ रहा था ये अच्छा so what I'll do now is
तो ये आप मेल मर्ज में जो है
जी
एक्सेस से भी तो कर सकते थे डेटा ले सकते थे एक्सेस से
मगर वो मसला है जो आपका क्रॉस टैब है ना वो एक्सेस पिक नहीं करता मेल मर्ज नहीं क्यूरी पिक करते क्रॉस टैब पिक नहीं करता तो कुछ नहीं होता डजंट मेक अ डिफरेंस
फिर आपने जो एक्सेल में एक्सपोर्ट की क्रॉस टैब किया
जी सो आई विल गो टू सिलेक्ट रेसिपिएंट्स और मैंने डेस्कटॉप पे क्रॉस टैब के नाम से एक एक्सेल की फाइल आई हैव एक्सपोर्टेड सो हियर यू गो यस आई होप द रिकॉर्डिंग इज स्टिल गोइंग ऑन यस सो इफ आई कम बैक so you can see edit पे आया I get the same thing yes or no so let's get back to the question
उसमें इसके अंदर क्राइटेरिया भी डबल लगता
आ रहे हैं वही आते हैं अब वो कह रहा है अब वही कह रहा है कि let us the customers who have made 3 bookings for 3 okay will have the following text you get the point तो सबसे पहले तो हमने ये करना है कि we have to find all those customers who have made more than one booking for 2 or more than one booking for 3 नहीं मगर हमने भी इसका नहीं किया ना we haven't done for this too we have to filter it नहीं if I come to filter let's do it if I say the customer ID should be greater than 1 2 should be greater than 1 or please emphasize or 3 add नहीं कहोगे you have to be very much vigilant when you're doing all this 2 or 3 ना any problem with this statement
तो कस्टमर आईडी को 1 किया
greater than 1 ना क्योंकि उसने कहा who have booked more than 1 उसने कहा है बार बार तो 3 चीजें हैं कस्टमर जिसने मल्टीपल बुकिंग की है 2 को भी एक से ज्यादा 3 को भी एक से ज्यादा so if I press OK this is what I get अब इसको I can use it in my if then else statement किस तरह let's do it OK किया now I can just come here and I can use a conditional if rules if then else if let's read the question अब क्या था question letters to the customers who have made 3 bookings for 3 courses option where indicated should have this 3 for 3 ठीक है so ये था ना नहीं यही था ना M3 यही था ना 3 तो ये आए else बस ओके कर दो प्रेस ऑल्ट F9 रिमेंबर और इधर आओ rules if then else again for those who have done
there are some other things that obviously
2
let me come back to the market rule. Let's say if I want to select the center,
no 3 2
then what I can do is I can come to image
should have this
elements, and then you have
otherwise
black and white. So what happens is
yes I
it
will
makes the center black and white. But I don't want that.
Doesn't matter, everyone does. Yes, so Sharez is absolutely right.
Actually, my
Shiraz, sorry.
that doesn't work. So I'll select
2
again.
has to be
And now what I will
3.
do is
Absolutely correct. उसके लिए
I
आएगा ये.
click on filter.
Otherwise, did I copy it?
Oh, sorry.
Absolutely correct.
Uh,
जो भी remaining होगा उसमें ये
I'll
आएगा.
right
Agree?
click on this and I'll say
ठीक हो गया.
select
अच्छा,
inverse.
Alt
So
F9.
after selecting, I'll
अभी
say
खत्म नहीं
select
हुआ,
inverse
so don't be so happy.
and then black and white.
नहीं वो 3 किया मैंने.
So what happens is
So
obviously
it selects everything except that
क्या?
circle. Yeah?
except that circle. So there could be other things that examiner could ask. Like I said,
Three,
it never came
three.
before. So let's say
एक ही है.
I have selected this. I'll do it again, and I
और
will say
2,
select inverse.
2.
I'll come into filter
3 2 था.
and blur.
3 3 3 2.
We have Gaussian blur.
Yes, वो तो
Why am I
greater than है ना.
discussing Gaussian blur? Because
वो तो और भी
Gaussian
है.
blur is generic.
ठीक है.
So examiner
ठीक
can
है.
talk about.
वो भी देख लेते हैं
Because
result.
all
Can we
filters are not
complete?
generic. People use GIMP. There are lots of the Quark
Discount
Express.
में
There
आ
are
गया
lots
ना.
of software available. Obviously, Photoshop is one of the best. But, so Gaussian blur is one of the
ठीक है.
filters that
It's
is
working.
available in all these
ठीक है.
graphic software
अगले
that
वाला
you
क्या था?
find. So I'll click on Gaussian blur
Where indicate customers who
and I
have
will
made
just
more
blur
than
it
one booking for 2 courses must
to
receive
a lot of extent.
10%.
So you can see the
Customers
rest
who
has
have
been
made
blurred,
more than
but the
one
middle
booking
part
for
has
3
not been
courses
blurred.
must receive 15% discount.
You
And
can
that's it.
see that, right?
Essentially, you can do this, right? Right?
लगाना
ये लगाना
Right.
इधर.
Any problem?
ये लगाना था हमने.
Okay. Then obviously, let's talk about the clone tool
जी इधर लगाना.
and the patch tool.
इधर if then else
Well,
लगाना
why
था.
do we have the
If
clone
then else.
tool? Let me see if I have downloaded some better buildings.
क्या था?
more than one of two. 2 पे M2 और 1 पे जाना.
Right. So I can
Course 2 के साथ एक यहाँ एक जाना है. Course 2 को 1 के साथ
save this image.
I think I know about this one.
Sorry.
I think I know about this one.
Walaikum
Okay.
salam. I'm honored to have
You know it.
you.
How to
But I'm
clone?
not sure.
Yeah.
Just sure.
Okay.
It's like you press maybe
Otherwise
like
20 यहीं कर लेंगे ना.
if you want to cover something else,
Obviously.
and then you
You
press on the.
are
भी है.
right.
You get the
For
point.
example, if I want
can pause it
want
now?
to clone
Because
this
Farooq is here.
building or this building somewhere else, so I'll press Alt and I'll take a sample from here. Then I'll just come here and I'll simply, you can see, clone it over here. Not a very valid example, but I think so you got the point. In the same manner, where I had the other image, I just closed. I could do something within it as well. For example, I could click on this, press Alt, take a sample, and maybe I would like to have another window drawn up over here, right? So basically we're cloning it, right? What's a patch tool? Well, a patch tool is, how can I explain you over here? It's just like clone tool, but so what I want to do right now is let me get rid of this part of the tree or this part of the tree. So I can click on the patch tool, okay, the patch tool over here, and what I will do is I'll just select a portion of this and I will replace it with something over here. Not a very good example. In fact, not a very good image. Let me see if I have. I'll just open up the same image and I'll explain you through that. Yeah. So let's say I want to get rid of this image. So all I'll do is, let's say I will just select this. Oh, I will just select this part and I'll replace it from here. It's gone. You see the patch?
Do you need to call any alt?
No, nothing. You just need to select and replace it with something. So a patch tool is usually used for photo editing when people have to do like facial photo editing. They use patch tool a lot because it takes the pixels from the surrounding and fills up the patches in a way. Cloning is a bit
Can you
different.
maybe do the magnetic tool that you show me, and then use this one for accuracy, or not?
Yes, you can. You can select it, but obviously with patch tool, you need to do it yourself with accuracy. For example,
You need to do it yourself, yeah.
you have to do it yourself. For example, if I want to select from here, and it's easy. It's not that complicated. Here you go, and all I have to do is just replace it, and it's gone. Then obviously you should know is how to work with the text tool. Well, pretty easy. Oh, one thing really important. Just like Flash, you should know that you have layers over here. Okay, everything goes in layer. I can add layers from here. Where do you get the layers tab? Windows layer you get from here. So you can keep on adding layers. So if I add a text layer, I can type over here anything like let's say animations. I can press shift and increase the size as well. Now examiner might say add some effects to it. So right click on this. You need to go into the blending options. Once you come to the blending options, you have different things. You first of all have is the drop shadow. You can see over here. I can drop the shadow, or I can have is the outer glow. If you want it to glow, you can even increase or decrease the spread of it, whatever you may want. You can even change the color from here. Obviously, you can experiment this. If you want an outer stroke, there is something known as stroke over here, which means I want the outer stroke over here to be white, or let's say yellow. So I have a stroke. You can increase and decrease the thickness of the stroke as well. Make it 1, make it 2, make it 3, whatever you want to. And then you have the bevel, which is again a very nice way to bevel. And if you want to change the color of this, you have color overlay and just change the color from here, whatever color you may want, right? So this is how you work with text. If you want to um, add a curve to the text, select the text and you see this T over here that has a curve. Click on it. You have some preset settings over here, whatever you may want. Anyway, you can temper with it as well, any way you want. It's pretty obviously easy. A very common feature in many softwares nowadays. Anyway, this is just a basic thing, but there's another thing that I want to discuss. That there are more transform features of text available. If you come into edit, you will see transform, and you have over here, like for example, Rob. And what you can do is, now if I click on this, okay, I'll do it again. Edit. Actually, what you need to do is, this is right now in your sort of like vector based. It's a text. You can see over here T is written. If I want to edit this, I need to go to layer, rasterize, and click on layer. If I do this, just look on the right hand side where I have T. If I click on this, you will see it converts into an image sort of thing. It's an image now. Now if I come to edit, transform, I have other options available as well. And now I can actually move it, change any way that I may want to, because I've converted it from a vector based to a different form. It becomes pixelated now. in pixels form.
Mhm.
So remember to convert it and rasterize it into layer. Only
Okay.
then you will be able to do that.
Okay, so we convert it to an image by going to the layer and then rasterize.
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay.
Right? So there are other available as well. You have distort as well, but I have actually tempered it too much. So you need to have a look at other options as well. This is your distort. So obviously that's how we work with distort as well. Right.
Yeah.
Then we have what else? Well, obviously you should have an understanding that we can change the size of an image from here, and if we have to change the size of an image, the entire image, what I mean, constraint proportions mean do you want to maintain aspect ratio or do not. For example, if I change the width, I want the height to be changed. So if you don't want to maintain, don't click on this. If you want to maintain, you'll click on this. Are you following me, right?
Yes.
As aspect ratio is concerned, that's what I'm talking about. And what else is in our syllabus? Yeah, masking of text. Let me just delete this. Now what I'll do is I'll just let me just open up a new window, and let me just okay, just click. Mhm. Click and just drag it over there on the other window. Click and drag. Come on. I'll choose another image. I'll click and drag this one. Okay, just click and drag it over the canvas. Now what I'll do is you can see, and the background I have nothing, and I just have this image. Now what I'll do is I'll just type some text. um, I'll type over here is masking.
Okay, so by choosing text, it automatically adds another layer, yeah?
It automatically adds another layer, and obviously it's much better that every object is in a different layer, because if you want to temper something, you can easily go to that particular layer and temper it. So I'll just bold this a bit because I want to make it is already bold. Anyway, fine, you will get it. I don't have to. So what I'll do now is I will bring the text down and the image up. Okay, text down and the images up there. So
Yeah, so it's gonna come.
yeah. So I'll right click on the text and I will say over here is uh, where is sorry. I click on the image and I'll say create clipping mask. Did you see?
Yes.
So click on the image and okay, so click on the image, create clipping mask. This is masking, right?
Okay, so it's important that the layer with the text is down, not up, yeah?
Absolutely,
It should be
absolutely.
behind.
It's the priority. Obviously, it has to be down,
Yeah.
right? So in this, and one last thing is about the gradients. For example, if I want to add a gradient over here, I can actually use as a rectangular marquee tool, and let's say I can, by the way, directly add it over here as well. Let me show you that first. Obviously, it's not something complicated. Here you go. Right? Okay. On the layer, I can, or I can even temper the gradient. I click on this. I can click on this and I can make this, let's say, blue. Oh, didn't I say blue? Blue to dark blue, something like that, and I can do this again, right? Something like that, right? So what I was trying to say was that I can add a new layer and I can add a particular marquee over here, and within this marquee, even within this marquee, I can add any gradient I want to. So this is a separate gradient.
I understand.
Okay, you get the point.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the good news. This is all in our syllabus. I've covered up all the points with you.
Okay, and what I want to ask you is, you need to, whenever you want to edit something, text or something like that, you need to convert it from vector to pixel, yeah?
Yeah, you have to convert it.
And that's the reason why animation we need to press Ctrl bitwise, yeah?
Exactly. How's your animation?
Okay. So
Let me.
it's only editable